Have you ever wondered if you've lived before or will live again? Are you curious about what happens to your soul after you die? Or maybe you've met someone you're sure you've known before. Or maybe you're just wondering if you have talents, skills, and experiences from a prior life that could help you now. Hi, I'm Brownell Landrum, author of the upcoming We Meet Again trilogy, and I'd like to welcome you to the Life is a Trip podcast. Following story, Justine, was written by me, Brownell Landrum, the author of novels and screenplays about reincarnation, past lives, and other metaphysical mysteries. I was inspired to write this story as part of a series I'm working on called Transitus Stories, exploring the question, what would happen if we really knew what awaited us on the other side? I hope you enjoy it.
Justine, a Transitus Story, written by Brownell Landrum. Interior teenage bedroom at night. Justine Hoverman, 16, dressed all in black, sullenly sits on her bed in a darkened bedroom. She reaches underneath the mattress and pulls out a razor-sharp X-Acto knife. She strokes the blade, leaving a clean red line of blood on a flap of skin on her thumb. As she sucks it, the light of the computer screen reveals other scars on the inside of her arms. She moves to the computer, clicks through firewalls, and finds an ominous dark website entitled I Want Out. She pulls up her account, Scarred Forever, scrolling through postings, including one from Emo416.
I'm doing it tonight. Wish me luck.
Emo416's followers cheer them on.
Let's all do it.
Justine starts typing her reply when she's interrupted by her mother in another room.
Justine, time for dinner.
Justine sighs. Interior, the Hoverman kitchen, continuous. Ira Hoverman and EUNICE Hoverman, both in their late 40s or 50s, are in the kitchen as Ira whispers in his wife's ear.
How is she today?
I'd give anything for a smile. Just a smile.
Ira hugs his wife and kisses her forehead. Interior, the Hoverman kitchen later, EUNICE cleans up after dinner.
Justine, I'd love it if you'd watch TV with us tonight. Anything you want.
Justine shrugs and returns to her room. Interior, Justine's bedroom, continuous. Justine pulls her journal from its hiding place and writes, reading to herself.
Why do they bother? I wish they'd just leave me alone. Not worth it. Not even my real parents. My parents are dead. Just like I will be. Like I will be. Soon.
Justine traces her finger on a fierce but faded scar on her arm as she moves to the computer. She pulls up her account to check on Emo416. The latest post is a reply from A-NON31 to Emo416.
Did Emo416 do it?
Don't know. Haven't heard back yet.
What do you think will happen? Like after.
Justine replies using her handle, Scarred Forever.
What do you mean? How her parents will handle it?
I don't think Emo416 has parents.
Justine gulps. She looks over to a photo of a man and woman with a small child. Justine is a toddler with her birth parents.
I mean, what'll happen after she dies?
Justine ponders that thought. Interior, Ira and EUNICE's bedroom later. Ira and EUNICE get into bed.
I want to give her a sleeping pill just to make sure she's safe all night. Is that terrible?
If it was only that easy. Heck, I wish we could put her in a cryogenic freeze until she's an adult.
Yeah, or at least through tonight. I just have a bad feeling.
Her husband holds her closer.
We should get one of those nanny cams so we can look in on her to be sure she's all right.
She just find it like she did last time. Plus, you know what I think.
You agreed with the doctors who said it's just cutting, something that makes her feel alive, not an attempt at...
She can't even utter the word.
You know what J.C. Markham said last time? She's not your real daughter anyway. How could she say something like that? I love her as much, no, more than if I'd given birth to her.
I know, like she was destined to be ours.
And now this. Oh, God, we need to do something, anything.
She'll be okay.
Ira, looking away, mutters to himself. EUNICE tosses and turns, unable to sleep. She wakes her husband and dashes to Justine's room, frantically pounding at the door.
You'll wake her up.
God, better that than my worst nightmare.
There's no answer. She pounds harder, and Ira brings a skeleton key.
Here's the,
Eunice shivers.
Skeleton key.
Eunice's hand shakes as she opens the door. Justine is on her bed. She looks peaceful until we see the red stain of blood. Interior of the hospital hallway later. Eunice and Ira Hoverman stand with a doctor in a lab coat, looking through a window into Justine's hospital room.
Doctor, you said...
He can't finish the sentence. The doctor cringes.
We've done everything you suggested. Everything.
My wife wants to ask you. We want to know.
The doctor looks at them questioningly.
Do you think hypnosis might help?
Hypnosis?
To help her remember. Oh, she was so young when it happened.
I'm not sure it's such a good idea to bring back those kind of memories. It could make her worse.
She can't get much worse, Doctor.
She's still alive. We need to keep her that way.
Restrained like that? Locked up in some kind of facility separated from the people who love her? What kind of life is that?
The doctor gulps as Eunice sobs. A woman, Shirley Anderson, 50s, approaches, silently asking the doctor for permission. The doctor hesitates before finally giving an affirming nod.
This is Shirley Anderson, our...
Eunice and Ira see Shirley's name and title, grief counselor, on her name tag and freeze. Ira puts his arm around his wife to comfort her.
Is this your daughter?
Ira and Eunice give a sad, affirming nod.
I've read her file. Maybe there's something I can do.
The doctor is reluctant, but also glad to have Shirley take the lead. Interior hospital office the next day. Ira and Eunice are with Shirley, signing document after document. The doctor walks in.
We've signed all the paper. You said Justine's both physically and emotionally ready for this procedure?
Ira says the last word with forced emphasis.
Are you sure it's safe?
Shirley smiles patiently, as if Eunice has asked this question 1,000,000 times.
Well, while we do like to keep this process secret, it has been tested on over 100 people. It's experimental, but I can't deny Shirley has had some extraordinary results.
Shirley interrupts, looking at the doctor.
Do you mind?
It's up to you. If you want to tell them, they've signed a confidentiality agreement.
I went through it myself. After I lost, it changed my life.
Before Ira and Eunice are able to ask her to elaborate, Shirley guides them to a nice, comfortable room.
You can wait in here.
How long will it take?
Not long when she's being prepped. Though to her it'll feel like a microsecond that lasts an eternity.
Interior hospital room continuous. The security to get into this wing of the hospital is extreme. Codes and fingerprints and retina scans. Justine lies defeated in the hospital bed as nurses and technicians cheerfully hook her up to all kinds of machinery. Shirley comes smiling into the room.
Are you ready, dear?
Whatever. You said I was going to thank you afterwards. We'll see.
Shirley smiles lovingly and checks the equipment.
I wish I could go with you.
Justine's heart monitor shows her pulse and heart rhythm. A nurse hooks up her IV and the doctor walks in. He smiles and looks at Justine. She nods, indicating her consent. He injects a sparkling fluid into Justine's arm. Justine's eyes close. The doctor sets the timer for 10 minutes, ticking to the rhythm of a heartbeat. The heart monitor slows until finally it stops. A flat line appears with a constant dull hum. Fade to black. A bright white light starts out as a pinprick and grows to fill the screen. Justine's astral body lifts above her physical body. Then the camera shifts to show her view from above the room. She's looking down at herself, at the tops of the heads of the people in the room. She looks around and then moves through the walls into the room where Ira and Eunice are waiting. They're holding hands, clearly worried about Justine. Justine talks to herself.
I can feel their love. They really love me.
A deep, warm voice responds. Justine is visibly moved with the light and love coming from that direction. Two shimmering figures, a man, Denny, and woman Celeste, appear.
My Birth parents?
They respond simultaneously.
We are your birth parents.
Am I dead?
No, yes, well, not permanently. You've just been given a very special opportunity, a chance to temporarily see what's on the other side.
Oh, good to see you. To be able to talk with you, even if it's just for a little while.
I want to stay here with you forever.
Celeste waves her hand and magically, a beautiful park setting appears. It's near a beach with ocean water glistening, flowers and trees gleam, surrounded by spirit birds dancing in the light. The whole scene emits a harmonious prism of colors and music.
Heaven looks like California?
I thought you'd like it. You were so little when we took you there.
It's magical.
Denny and Celeste sit at a picnic table and gesture for Justine to join them. Even though she doesn't have a corporeal body, Justine can still move and sit with her parents.
This is a trip.
Denny replies with a melodious laugh.
Ah, what a long, strange trip it's been.
We're so glad you're able to come to see us and talk with us.
We've been trying to get through to you in your dreams.
Denny takes her hand.
Justine, dear, we don't have much time. We need to tell you something.
Justine gives him an anxious look.
We weren't supposed to raise you.
What?
You knew what was going to happen? That you were going to die?
Our souls did. It was our time.
You left me? On purpose?
We had work to do here. It was planned in advance with EUNICE and Ira.
What?
They were remarkable. They are remarkable people, Justine. We made sure you were in the best hands possible.
You agreed too, dear.
Confused, Justine shakes her head but doesn't argue as she tries to absorb this information.
They were your parents before.
I don't understand.
We were your parents in this life, and they were your parents in a previous lifetime.
A light bursts through, illuminating Justine's memories.
Wow.
You have so much joy ahead of you, Justine. So much love. Many great things to accomplish in your life.
Like what?
You'll have to figure that out for yourself. We'll be here, watching, and helping if we can.
Will I see you again?
You know the saying, right? You're never alone. Not really. Not ever. Just look for the signs and follow the feather.
Justine nods in understanding.
Are you ready to go back?
Justine shakes her head. Her parents engulf her in a magical, healing light.
Promise us you'll try to be easier on your parents. It's time you appreciated them more. They are your real parents after all.
And no more trying to kill yourself, all right?
Celeste gets serious.
Please. You see.
Celeste looks at Danny for approval to continue. He nods.
The thing is, if you do cut your life short, not only will your pain carry over to others, it could take millennia before we see each other again. We love you too much to see that happen.
The full force of Celeste's words hit Justine, whose eyes fill with sparkling tears.
How about this? We'll visit you in your dreams and plant memories of your previous life with Ira and EUNICE. You'll see how much they love you, have always loved you. Would that help?
Yes.
We'll only be a dream away.
Justine hugs her birth parents goodbye. Instantly, she is back in her body, back in the hospital. Her parents, who she can now call her real parents, are there holding her hands. EUNICE is holding a feather. Justine opens her eyes and smiles. The end.
I, Brownell Landrum, and the Whole Life is a Trip group thank you for listening to Justine on the Life is a Trip podcast. A big thanks to the amazingly talented actors who brought this story to life. Peggy Hurley, who was the narrator, Cris Felipe, who played Emo 416, Robin Roth, who played Eunice Hoverman and the Doctor, Patrick Foley, who played Ira Hoverman, Erin Sterling, who played Justine, SOPHIA COFINO, who played A-NON31, Tracey Roath, who played Scarf Forever and Shirley Anderson, Wayne J., who played Denny, and ASHNA SHARAN, who played Celeste. To continue the discussion, I hope you join the Life is a Trip group on Facebook. Thank you for listening. Hi, this is Brownell. For more of these transcendental tales, please join the Life is a Trip group on Facebook and check out my amusing and enlightening story entitled The End, which you can find on my website, brownelllandrum.com. That's BROWNELLLANDRUM.com. And please look for my upcoming novel trilogy entitled We Meet Again. It's a story about a famous couple reincarnated today to help solve a centuries-old mystery that will change the world.